Okay everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today you join me in this EasyJet A320 as we're just going over Leeds on approach into Leeds Bradford Airport. You can see Leeds town centre down there, and we have the runway dead ahead. We are just under 3,900 feet and we are dropping down now. Speed is around 120, which is pretty good, and we've got some headwinds today, 25 knots by the looks of it, so nothing too bad. Hopefully that doesn't catch us out on the hill that Leeds is built upon, but we will see. Now, today's content was going to be something a bit different. I was going to take you from Liverpool all the way over to the Isle of Man, roughly around about maybe a 40-minute flight from start to finish in fully VR, see packs boarding, get the pushback underway, but it looks like while I was at work today, the beta actually had an update, and every time I loaded into the VR function it would crash. I'd send a little PlayStation report off to them and I'd restart the sim, set the flight all up again with the flight plan, load it all in, jump into the sim again for it to crash, and that happened around about 5 times before I gave my PlayStation a reset. Tried it once more, it still wouldn't happen, resetted it again, and then decided to fly this approach into Leeds. So yeah, it seems like the beta update, whatever the update was for, is actually broken. So a bit frustrating after I'm coming home from work today and wanting to do a bit of a full flight from start to finish just to kind of see how it would cope, and obviously that's going to be my momentum going forward, is doing some flights, some regional and then some medium as well, medium haul for your bucket and spade holiday flights. But yeah, today it forces my hands, and today I'm flying into Leeds in an Airbus A320 in EasyJet. So we should be getting our landing clearance shortly. Now, what's your impressions been lately since the VR function has came to the beta build? Me personally, I was playing it last night. I took a helicopter around New York on a little scenic flight. I then went around Las Vegas in the dead of night to see all the lights there, saw the Sphere, saw all the hotels, the Bellagio. I have to say, very, very impressive. Today, a bit more frustrating that an update's been dropped, and I've been lucky to try and get this part of the VR working, which is just an on-approach rather than a full flight. But yeah, overall, the immersion that it gives you is realistic. I've had people on my first video commenting. I've had 3,000 views on that already, and countless likes and comments of people saying, do you feel the realism? You know, can you tell that you're high? And do you know what? You actually can. If you've got a PSVR 2, download it. You won't be disappointed anyway. A lot of people are saying it's blurry, you can't tell what's going on. VR's been out for a long time for the PS4, so don't expect any miracles. And you know what, I'm not, but I think the point that I would like to get across is that if you are a console player like me, and you do own the PlayStation headset, then the only good kind of VR immersion that we have had is Gran Turismo 7, whereas PC players, there's endless opportunities with VR with you guys, so I think that has kind of fizzled out a little bit with you guys. But I think for us console players, it's just trying to bring it back, and you know, this is something new for us. We're excited, we're passionate about it, and I think it's pretty decent, I won't lie. But coming back onto the approach now, we're 1 white, 3 red on the Pappies, Got a bit of crosswind coming in now. 400 above.
300.
And we'll be throttling back shortly as we go over the threshold. Still a bit low. We'll try and flare this out. Into 3-2 we go.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Flaring.
Retard.
Being called a retard.
Retard.
Maybe.
Retard. Retard.
Floating. Okay, we are down. Okay, full reverse. There we go. Welcome to Leeds. It sure doesn't look like that. Not from the last time I was in Leeds, especially, unless they've had a brand new makeover. But there's Fairfinder House, the home of Jet2 Ops and Holidays. Okay, that can come in. Almost missing our turn off there. Okay, let's get the speed brake in. Okay, perfect. And we'll taxi into stand. We'll get a parking stand on the go, and we'll try out and get some passengers disembarked. Again, just seeing the shadow, with how big it is, just gives you the true sense of scale. Just even looking out the window and seeing the wingtip there, absolutely brilliant. So, landing lights are coming off. Let's just try and follow this round the best that we can. Okay, runway turn offs. Strobes are off as well, and we're going to come round to the left. And there's our parking stand. We've got the air bridge ready and waiting. Okay, let's come on to stand. Bit of throttle to help us out. I wouldn't stand there, mate. You're going to get run over in a second. I don't want to be writing up any paperwork after this flight. Okay, here we go. Following the marshaller in. Airbridge is coming in already. Dispatcher's keen. Stop just a bit short there. Alrighty, there we go. Let's get that off. Let's get that off. Beacon is coming off. And the seatbelts. And if we go over here to ground, actually no, let's go to our panel status first. And we'll get ground power on the go. Ground. Toggle luggage. And let's contact ground services. It's ground. Clearance. Why aren't you working? Ground services. No, you have no ground services here in Leeds. Of course you don't. But there we are. Welcome to Leeds Bradford, everyone. Pleasure doing business with your co-pilot. So let's jump outside and have a look. Alright, here we go. And there she is, ladies and gents. So that was a fully VR landing in the Airbus A320 and parking on stand in Leeds Bradford. But if you enjoyed that, let me know. Drop me a comment and hopefully when we get the main build coming out, I'll hope to bring you something a bit more special. But until next time, I'll see you on the next one.